Aquarius, welcome to your April 2025 tarot reading. I'm Kate, I'm a tarot intuitive, and these are the collective messages for my Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. If you have an Aquarius partner, tune in. Some of these messages may resonate for you as well. So the first cards that I want to talk about are just some of the overarching themes that you might experience. We have one flying out onto the floor, Ace of Swords. If things feel a little bit unclear right now, clarity is coming in. You're going to have that aha moment, that moment of, okay, I completely understand now why things have been unfolding the way that they have been. Especially if the energy maybe has been a little bit chaotic, or I'm actually seeing maybe some endings that have recently happened, or like endings that have worked their way into your lives, whether it's at work or in relationships or friendships, connections. But I'm seeing an aha moment where it's time to like, okay, I'm ready to open myself back up again. So I'm seeing like there was an ending and now there's like a blossoming, a new beginning, a new opportunity. Aces are opportunities. So you could have several opportunities come up for communication, reestablishing connections. Swords are kind of like a cooler energy, at least in my opinion. So the communication is usually more factual rather than more like open-hearted communication. But let's see what other cards are coming out, because that might change. There's also communication coming in from your spirit guides. All these birds up here are really standing out. I feel like your intuition is spot on this month. You're getting a lot of those loud, clear messages from your angels and your spirit team. And then you have the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, you might have wanted to just like go off and do your own thing for a while. You might have even isolated yourself a little bit. I especially feel that for some of you, you really could have used some help, but you're like, no, I'm not accepting it. I'm not taking this help right now because I don't want it to be held over my head. I don't want to have to owe anybody anything. So I think that you were very cautious about who you asked for help and who you allowed yourself to receive help from recently. And I still feel like that energy is going to be continuing into the month of April for you. What I would say is just be aware of finances, that you're not overspending. Because especially if you're in a place where you're like, I really just don't want to ask for help from anybody, you want to be aware of your finances and spendings. Okay, you have number 9. 9 is symbolic of change, transformation. I'm getting snake energy, shedding old skin, but you know that it's time for that change. And usually when I sense that the number 9 energy, I almost said 5. 5 is similar, but the number 9 energy is like there's an uncomfortability. It's like you're starting to feel like this just doesn't fit. And I almost can't, it's like wearing, I don't know, maybe it's my sensory issues coming forward, but it's almost like wearing clothes that are just way too tight and you're feeling almost suffocated by it. That's kind of what it feels like, is there's something in your life that is just not fitting anymore. It almost feels suffocating. And so that could be a relationship or a connection, somebody who maybe wants too much from you, which could be why you might say, hey, I just have to worry about myself and my family, and like that's all I can do. That's all I can focus on right now. But anyway, this is Cerberus, and the message is guardians. So yeah, for sure, your spirit team is sending loud, clear messages to you, and they could be helping light the way for you, to guide you towards the changes that are going to be the most beneficial for you at this time. And it says, develop strong and healthy boundaries. You should respect the boundaries of others. Not all places or people are for you or should be available to you. Exercise and expect loyalty. The duality here is guardianship versus abandonment, loyalty versus disloyalty. And I feel like that could be part of why your guard is up too, because maybe you've been burned in the past by somebody, and now you're like, you did me dirty and I don't really want to like put my full faith and trust in you. I just really have my guard up. So like, I'm going to be really focusing on me, and if I feel like that trust, I feel like if there's an opportunity for trust to be reestablished, then awesome, I'm open to that, but I'm not like expecting that to happen. That's what I'm hearing from some of you. And then you also have I don't even want to try to pronounce this name, but it's number 30, and the message is discipline. Discipline. So boundaries, knowing who has your back, knowing when to put boundaries in place and when to just simply respect other people's boundaries, because sometimes that can be really hard, right? Sometimes we can take that really personally. And really it's not about us, it's about them and what they can handle. So boundaries, and respect and discipline as well. Being really disciplined with yourself and staying consistent. So that could even mean if you put up this boundary, you best be disciplined enough to ensure that there are consequences for if somebody crosses that boundary, right? Develop or engage your self-discipline. Use your will to get a difficult task completed. Work together as a team. There is a time to go solo and a time to work with others to achieve a goal. Developing self-discipline can also assist with learning and leadership. Embody the change you wish to see. The duality here is discipline versus chaos, individuality versus the group. So, and that does kind of feel like your energy, Aquarius, is there's times where you need to focus on yourself, and then there's other times where you're like, I just need to be social. Aquarius, you are the kings, queens of ghosting, in my opinion. You're so comfortable with that. So you could be, like I said, you could be opening yourself back up after a period of ghosting and going on your own. Could be opening yourself back up to new communications. And then I'm almost seeing for some of you, having a conversation with yourself, it's kind of like, oh yeah, now I remember why I haven't talked to this person in so long, because they're just exhausting, or because we actually have been clashing. So I do feel that for some of you. This oracle deck does have a plant and crystal companion that goes with each of the cards, and I was actually drawn to look at the plant and crystal companion for this. So it's actually peony for a plant companion. I love peonies. And then the crystal companion is bronzite, another one. Great crystal to work with. Might help really ground you at this time. And then the fact that there are a lot of browns on both of these cards, brownish tones, I think really stands out. And bronzite is like a bronze or a brownish color stone. So those are all kind of linking up, all standing out together. I am going to pull a card from the Crystal Spirits deck real quick and just read you the essential message. And this is just going to be one more crystal that might be good to work with, and it's Smithsonite. And I'm going to reach down there and see if I can pick up this card, because pretty much all of your cards have, okay, beautiful color. Smithsonite, it's number 51. 51 condenses down to 6 in numerology, which is about connections, reestablishing connections with family members, friends, our soulmates, our soul partners, soul companions, our soul path and purpose. So it says rebirth from chaos, evolution, stress relief, emotional boost, clearing of obstacles to growth. So a lot of what I was talking about is, it could have felt like a kind of a chaotic time, but it's a rebirthing experience. It's a snake shedding its skin. It's an ending and a new beginning, a rebirth, an evolution, if you will. I love how it's talking about stress relief. So if you have felt a bit stressed lately, I do feel like it's going to be easing a bit, but I think it's because you are establishing these boundaries and you're being really disciplined with yourself at this time. So if these messages are resonating, friends, please hit the like button and follow me for more videos like this. And don't forget to book your personal reading on my website, crystallizewithkate.com.